President Trump is escalating his attacks on data collection at the Bureau of Labor Statistics after the agency's revisions show a massive blow to job growth through March. The numbers show the U.S. added 900,000 fewer jobs than previously reported in the 12 months through March of this year. While revisions aren't uncommon, this is a bigger decline than economists expected. Javier David is the business editor for the Dallas Morning News, and you know by now he's a CBS News contributor, joining us with more on this. Good morning to you, Javier. How does a downward revision of this size, which is significant, change the overall picture of our economy?
Look, the dirty little secret about all data is that they're subject to revisions. They give you more clarity or context than you had before. Men lie, women lie, numbers do not. And in August, the president unceremoniously dumped the BLS commissioner for rigging numbers against him. But more than a month later, we're getting the same story. The labor market is frozen to the point of cracking. We got nearly 1 million jobs that got wiped off the board, largest downward revision on record. And it's an unmistakable signal that the labor market is not nearly as resilient as we once believed. On the one hand, it really does suggest that the labor market was stagnating before President Trump took office or tariff and immigration policy changed. But on the other, tariffs certainly have not helped in key sectors like IT, wholesale trade, and leisure and hospitality are the largest that are suffering in terms of cuts.
As you just mentioned there, the largest downward revision we've ever seen. It's almost 1 million. This is such a big number. Why such a big downward revision? How does this happen?
Yeah, it's just, there's a gravitational pull on growth and jobs creation, and there's a lot of factors at play. The biggest thing is inflation. We are sort of taken for granted that prices have been rising and that people are okay. But underneath the surface, things are happening. People are pulling back. That means that businesses pull back. And we're now getting a clearer picture of just how much that sort of gravitational pull has exerted on the labor market.
The Fed meets next week to discuss interest rates. In the last few seconds, does this mean maybe we get a decrease?
Yeah, look, the Fed has a clear path to a rate cut, and under normal circumstances, we might even be due for an easing cycle or at least a jumbo rate cut. Unfortunately, we still have very stubborn inflation, and that makes it really hard to pull off. And we'll get a little bit more clarity later today on that front with consumer prices. But even a hot number is likely to sort of hold back a rate cut.
All right, we'll keep watching that very closely. Javier David, thanks so much.